So seriously, just don't even consider supplements. Just train. Welcome back to Strength Journal, where we make fitness simple and easy to understand for the majority of people. Now, there currently are some issues with the website, so if you do try to go and click the link on my channel page, it will end up telling you that the page is unavailable. This is because the website is currently experiencing some issues and it will be undergoing maintenance, but it will be live by the end of next week in time for next week's video, so please do bear with me. But if you would still like to get your hands on the free at-home and gym workout guides, go ahead and in the description I will leave my email there, and just hit me up there and I'll send it over to you directly so that you can still have access to that. Sorry for the inconvenience, but this week's video is an interesting one because I'm going to bring up another topic that I haven't really addressed directly, and I'm basically going to brief you in on my perspective on the topic, and this is supplementation. So supplementation, when you think of supplements, you think of things like creatine. Maybe you know more, and maybe you know about like fish oil. You got your protein powder. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of supplements, and supplements are exactly what they sound like. They supplement a lot of the things that we should already be putting into our body, and they do it in a way that you can conveniently supply your body with things that you may be lacking. But my perspective on supplementation is that when you are a certain age, when you are younger, you truly do not need supplements. And why is that? It's because when you're younger, your body naturally produces most of the things that you would be supplementing for. Obviously besides like whey protein powder, take whey protein powder if you have trouble getting your meals in, but it also just makes more sense to simply get your meals in. So this is how it goes. Around the age of 30, your body naturally begins to decline and it stops producing the things that it was producing when you were younger. There's multiple studies to attest to this. Like there's a study from the Willie Online Library that basically it just goes over the fact that T levels drop, which is testosterone. After the age of 30, going into your 40s, the male's testosterone drops, and testosterone is responsible for the development of muscle and energy, recovery, all things related to that. And how what that does is that validates the need for supplementation after a certain age. But before you reach the age of 30, your body is in peak form and you don't need any supplementation whatsoever. So I've had the question been asked to me a lot, like, oh my god, what do you take? Like, do I take creatine? Do I take this? Do I take protein powder? Do I do this? Do I take that? And I think that the most simplest answer to this question is that you literally do not need to take anything. Just train consistently. And I think that if you approach training with the mindset of what do I need to take, you are less likely to be able to maintain consistency, because you are coming in with the idea that you want to spend money. You want to spend money and you want to spend time and energy into something that isn't required to get you the results you're looking for. And so you're more likely to fall off simply because you're putting your energy into the wrong places. So seriously, just don't even consider supplements. Just train and eat healthy. A lot of the things that you would be supplementing for, your body either produces for you naturally, because you're most likely at a peak age if you're watching this based on my demographic, or you can literally get by simply having a balanced diet. And that's really the best way to do it. Get your nutrients from having a balanced diet. Don't rely on supplements to get your nutrients. And that's really all I wanted to cover today, is the brief idea of how I look at supplementation, and just the fact that you really don't need supplements. Now next week I'm going to dive further into this, and I'm going to reference some more studies in specific, because I do want to sort of break this down better and really get into like the sort of things that decline as you age. But for now, the lasting idea, and the idea that I want you to take away from this video, is simply that you seriously just need to focus on training, your compound movements, focus on progressive overload, focused on a well-balanced diet. Those are the essential components. Those are the things I stressed in the first couple videos, and those are really the only things that you really need to focus on in order to achieve your fitness goals. Forget about the supplements for now. You do not need supplements. Don't get whey protein powder. eat chicken, eat steak, eat eggs. Don't get creatine. You seriously don't need it. You will still gain muscle without it. And if you cannot afford to buy creatine regularly because you need to take at least 5 milligrams a day, then just don't get the creatine. It's as simple as that. But thank you for tuning into this video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment about your thoughts on this topic. I would love to hear. And we'll talk again soon.